Hi everyone, my name is Ckänə and I'm super excited to work with all of you who are taking part in this class at Hill. My colleague Anna and I will be working with you on the topic of brand. And in this particular video, I will be taking you through a case study. So the brand we will be looking at is Farewell. And Farewell is a UK-based brand that is working to make the process of dealing with death and loss easier for Brits. So they do this by offering online will, probate, and funeral services. And the case study is going to use the two tools that you have already been introduced to. And these are the back of the napkin brand strategy and then the brand thinking canvas. So for the back of the napkin brand strategy, we're going to be looking at the impact, which is the difference that Farewell is looking to make, the vehicle that they're using, then what success would look like, and then how brand can help them, and what they are leveraging, as well as their brand strategy distilled into a single. Then for the canvases, we're going to be looking at the first brand thinking canvas, which will consist of the core of the brand, the identity and their interactions. And then the second canvas is going to help us look at their audiences and what they want their audiences to think and feel about them and how they're going to achieve this. So for the back of the napkin brand strategy, so the impact that Farewell is looking to make is to make the process surrounding death to be easier and friendlier. Then the vehicle for change is making online wills, probates, and cremation services affordable. Then what success looks like is millions of everyday Brits who would otherwise never have invested in an expensive will have created theirs online through Farewell. Then brand is going to make the process of making a will look easy, quick, and affordable, and make it look like something that is achievable for the everyday Brit. As it's also going to help them make death a topic that we can talk about and pull it out of the taboo sphere. Then Farewell can leverage their team. So by having a friendly team that loves to make things easier for people, they are going to attract more people to invest in making their wills and planning for funeral services online through the brand. Then people are already getting into the culture of doing things online. There is more trust, and the process of doing things online is considered to be more effective, where people can do things such as write wills from the comfort of their homes. Then their strength is that by setting the right tone and being a friendly brand, they have a huge advantage over the traditional brands, death and funeral homes, and traditional lawyers and solicitors who are working in the death space. And then these are their competition. And so they have the advantage over this by appearing more accessible and trustworthy and being affordable to the everyday Brits. So Farewell's brand strategy distilled into one sentence is that they want to get everyday Brits to feel that Farewell is the best choice for arranging their death-related affair and that it's quick and affordable. Then moving on to the canvases, we're going to get started with the first brand canvas, brand thinking canvas. And so at the core of the brand is a brand, we're going to look at the brand essence, their vision, their mission, their values, as well as their brand promises, what they are assuring their audiences that they're going to deliver. Then we're going to look at their identity. So that's going to be in the pink sticky notes, the visual and verbal identity. Then on the very outside of the canvas, we're going to look at their interactions. So Fairwell's brand essence is that they want to be recognized as UK's best treated deaf experts. Their vision is to change the way the world deals with death. And their mission is to make everything to do with death easier, faster, and fairer for people all over the UK. And the values that are going to help them achieve this are simplicity, honesty, compassion, and confidentiality. And they are promising to provide fast and easy will writing services from the comfort of your home, hassle-free help from their team, online or over the phone, clear and transparent prices, because the price point of their services is one of the things that they're trying to leverage. Their peace of mind, they're also promising peace of mind. So Fairwell handles all the legal paperwork and makes sure everything is done properly. They then provide expert support from a skilled team, unlimited updates and amendments to wills, and then world-class security systems. So by gathering a lot of personal and sensitive information about people as they write their wills and arrange for funeral services, they have to guarantee the privacy and protection of the data that they're collecting. Then they're also promising to be caring and thoughtful in their customer service at every point of the client's journey. So as much as they're trying to be a friendly brand, they are not dismissing the sensitivity that comes with the topic of death. Then looking at the brand's identity, we'll start with the verbal identity. So Fairwell is a technology-led brand. They are friendly, and so some of the messages we would get from the brand is we're only a phone call away. We're the simpler way to deal with death. So they are friendly and also light-hearted, and they have a warm-spoken tone of voice. They use direct and easy to understand messaging in a topic that has a lot of legal discussions in the management of estates and the planning of death and funeral services. They make their communications very direct and easy to understand for the everyday Brits. Then they also maintain the sensitivity around the difficulties of dealing with death. And they bring warmth to a topic that is often covered with fear and tension, and that is not very widely spoken about. Then for the visual identity, the brand uses warm, bright and memorable imagery. Their color palette uses a soft yellow and white, which is very different from the usual dark image of death that we would have in our minds. They also have a very friendly and approachable illustration style. They have a cast of illustrated characters that centers around a mascot that they have named Blob. And so this helps the brand's visual identity have a soft and protective feel in an otherwise very dark topic. Then for their interactions, we're going to look at the products and services, their places, their communication channels, the people and talent that the brand has surrounded itself with, and then we're going to look at how they're making use of technology. So for the products and services, they're offering will writing, online will writing, so the ability for Brits to write their wills from the comfort of their homes. They're also offering probate services. So this goes from authenticating wills, determining the value of assets, as well as the distribution of estates after death. Then they're also offering send-off services, so cremations, wakes, funerals, as well as custom send-off services that people may want to hold for their loved ones. Then the places and events where we can find Farewell is mostly in tech and legal startup spaces. We're also going to see that their CEO takes part in a lot of events to raise brand awareness. And so some of the places this is carried out is startup spaces, tech summits, as well as legal discussions. Then their communication and channels, the brand uses social media. So it uses Facebook to engage their audience and give a more contemporary and human face to death. They also use Twitter to increase brand awareness and to take the topic of death out of the taboo sphere. And they also use their website and call center to provide online guidance and information to their audiences and potential clients, to give them guidance and information around the various topics of death. And the brand also uses TV ads, which is a bit unique for very tech led brands. And the final thing is that they use podcasts and national broadcasting shows where the CEO has interviews to create more brand awareness. Then for the partnership and collaborations, one of the key partners that Farewell has are from the charity space, where they work with charities all over the UK to effect gifts in wills. Then for the people, talent, and behavior, the Farewell team is made up of young and multicultural staff, which is quite unexpected for the deaf space. Then they have their staff on their websites to feature their expertise and qualification to provide professional services to their audiences. Then their CEO, Dan Garrett, has a wide online presence and can be identified as a brand's key spokesperson. And they also partner with creatives. So one great example is a ceramic artist named John Booth that the brand partnered with to create unique cremation urns for their audiences. And this went a long way in the brand's desire to take death out of the taboo space and show that you can give, the audiences can give unique send-offs to their loved ones. Then coming full circle to the end of the first brand thinking canvas is technology. So the brand is very technology led, and they're using technology to make will writing and funeral services easy to reach for their audiences, and also more effective, where it could take up to as little as 15 minutes to write a will. Then for the second brand thinking canvas, we're going to look at their audiences. And so their primary audience are people who are having children, who are buying houses, getting engaged, married, or divorced. And so these are people who are experiencing shifts in their lives, and so are seeing the need or necessity to have a will. And so what they want such people to think about the brand is that this is a fast and easy, as well as affordable way to take care of my loved ones by writing a will. And how they will get them to think and feel this is by simplifying the legal journey and its language required to write a will, by having a friendly, sympathetic brand and advertising, then using customer testimonials and Trustpilot reviews. So Trustpilot is an online platform used to review organizations. Then for bereaved people, so people who have lost a loved one and are looking for funeral services, Farewell wants them to think that in this difficult time, Farewell are the experts who will help me arrange an affordable and thoughtful send-off for my loved one. And how they will get them to think this is by simplifying the way people say goodbye to their loved ones after death. They will also do this through a sympathetic brand, and this is going to reach the audience through the press, as well as customer testimonials and reviews. Then the final audience we're going to look at is the press. And Farewell wants the press to think that they are changing the slow, expensive, inconvenient process of dealing with death by helping people make online wills and funeral arrangements for their loved ones. And how they're going to get them to think and feel this is through honest and verified reviews from their customers. So this is an overview of the Farewell case study, and I hope it gives you a tangible use of our brand building tools, and also inspires you on what an example brand could look like.